This broadcast of As the Wasteland Burns was brought to you by Galaxy News Radio and our sponsors at Voltec that are living underground.
Butt plugs.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Wasteland Burns. When last we left our group, they had just got done dealing with a large amount of crazies in an attempt to free the female prisoners who were taken from to free the two girls and then whatever other female prisoners that there were. Everyone is rested, so everybody should be back to full hit points. If you're down from any radiation damage, you would have to drink from the source and then get those points back later on, or
he will not be drinking from the source. If he ever does that, he will be losing. He will be getting his mouth stitched shut.
What are you talking about?
Snake.
No, well, you didn't say that, and I'm not listening anyway.
Yeah, well then we've stitched his. Well then we've stitched your mouth shut. Good luck with that. Yeah. The stitches are actually very even. Quite impressed.
Left to right, up and down.
Yep.
Else.
Yeah. The morning of the next day, within the confines of the barn, here's sounds of some talking outside. That C2 is just sitting there. He's laying on the side. Just every once in a while, his little poogie flops about.
Every once in a while, we hear the hiss of some escaping gas.
That too.
Yep.
More often than not. Milk Dud and Good and Plenty are right by the front open doors. They're just, milling about, so to speak. What is the group doing at this time?
Were we planning on going after the men?
I believe that might have been the consensus, but just because I think that doesn't mean that's the actual. The men are located at least probably a day's travel by foot, somewhere in the town or in some of the town that is nearby.
Okay, let's go.
What do we do with the ladies?
Well, right now, since they're not in here with you, you figure they're probably that's the noises that you hear outside. They're off to the one side. Where I'm pulsing on the map is where the pack animals are right now. Icon's up for them. Somebody want to roll? Oh, I didn't open that thing, so let me open up that. Somebody want me to roll me a slider, see what food effect that you have here, and are you them?
Are we what?
Feeding them. Are you sharing your food with the not only the girls but the 3 female survivors?
Yes, I guess we have to. Which is going to massively decrease the amount of food we have.
Okay, we can eat them later.
See the reason why we saved them. So that way they wouldn't get eaten later.
Well, we did save them.
Eat them later, apparently, as Snake was saying.
Oh, God. Why do we still travel with them?
So, for the group, you guys, unfortunately, that's one of the rad damage ones. So, you guys will be sipping the holy milk out.
Yes.
You drink from the cup, or you get nothing.
The cup.
Wise choice.
And on the positive note, there's only one more roll of a 1 left now. That's
How,
number 5.
how much does that heal drinking?
It'll get you your 2 points back. I believe it's 1 point per sip. Everybody would have to do 2 points from each of the ramen, but I will double check that. Ramen milk. Well, no, one cup of one drink of ramen milk will heal. It'll heal 1 hit point, 2 points of radiation damage.
Oh, even better.
So yes.
I mean, the radiation food does 2 points of radiation damage.
Yep.
So it equals out. If you had any other radiation damage, oh well.
Yeah. Downside. You're up. Prepare. Loading your stuff on. You see the 3 of them. We'll move them to the front. They have equipped themselves with scavenged body armor from the individuals that were not fireballed. So primarily on that side of the building, and the few gunshot ones that Sam took down.
I think most of the gunshot ones I took down, Snake still doused with cleansing fire.
Some of them did, yes. Some,
Yeah.
100%. So, would we be safe?
They were missing like a third of their heads. How sure do we have to be? 'Cause, I mean, we can see if Snake can survive without his head. It might actually improve things.
So violent.
Yeah.
One of them walks up to James Gray, and yes, it's like, so where are we going next? Are we going to get the menfolk, or are we following you to some place where you'll squirrel us away?
So we're going to get the menfolk, right, group?
Menfolk, then go to the squirrel spot.
Yep. So I'll share our plan with the ladies. They can come with us, or they can figure it out on their own. I think our preference is that they come with us so they can help us identify the men group.
They're all in agreement that they'll come with you. Yes, and she points at like Saval's rifle, or your submachine gun. If you have any of those that you can spare, points to the one of the women behind her. Yeah, M's a good shot, better than the rest of us are. We'll pull our own weight.
Let me look through real quick.
I tell them to watch out about asking the weird guy about his weapons. He can get a little... They all have nicknames. He's very attached to them. I will hand one of them my 10mm pistol. It's just vicious, piercing +1. Pretty basic. But I don't use it that much.
I hand out a pair of 45 pistols. Guess where we still have some clockwork rifles. A pump shotgun. I'll give them 6 shells just to make sure that they have enough.
You're doing that, Miss Gray. Sam comes over. He sets up a little table. He opens up this cabinet. He starts laying stuff out. He's like, what's your poison? He's pointing to different things on the table. They take the 12 gauge, and they take the one woman takes the brace of 45s.
Yeah, and and when she takes them, I hand her, let's see, how much 45 do I have? I hand her, 20, 25, 45 ACP.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can
25. We'll call it 25. I also have a pair of toy pistols if anybody wants those, but I don't think they'll help much. They do make fun popping noises, though. Seriously, I thought I had some clockwork rifles left. I thought that the merchant told me that he wouldn't take all of them.
No, yeah, you don't have them down. You may have.
Oh no!
Oh
Okay,
no,
no.
you left stuff with the people at the
Yeah,
farmstead too.
we left them with the yeah. Yeah, and I'm looking through and I see 0 clockwork rifles, which means we left them with them. Yep.
Yeah, that's how you were able to arm the militia, if you will.
Yeah. I also have 1 combat rifle, I believe it's in 45. Although this one's rather heavily modded, so if we want to sell that later, we might want to take it back while we part ways. Just saying.
Okay. Do you give them to that also or no?
Yeah. I've also got a gore encrusted 10mm that I've done my best to clean. Whether or not that's been effective, who knows?
Okay. The 2 of the women are going back and forth as you're passing stuff out and they're talking. The other one kind of leans over to you, Miss Gray. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. He's a little weird about his weapons.
And then I also pull out a super sludge and a hard hat and say, this is a combined set.
They show you the blades and the improvised pistons that are used as maces that they picked up off the bodies that you left out there. So they're like, no, for that we're good. We guess something with a little more punch.
I strap the super sludge back onto the Brahmin and put the hard hat back on Good's head.
Okay. Good kind of rocks its head back and forth, and you see it settles into place. He's like, "Moo." Okay, so I'm going to switch the map, the macro map. Got the right map. Okay. Back over, drag you guys over to the map. But I need to be able to do it. There we go. Okay, so that is in the blue dot you guys have where you are. So you know that they're somewhere here. Don't know where they're. You know that they're somewhere there. Into gather up the pack animals, load yourself up. Everyone who so Snake, you load a fresh stir into Chunky Boy. While you change out the cells for the laser rifle, everybody thumbs fat brass rounds into your magazines, and you begin to head out. The day is a bit overcast. You figure it's probably going to rain at some point in time. The green that you see on the map that you're looking at is prevalent. Battle damaged, wind and war ravaged land that is, for whatever reason, in the areas that you guys are in, it's quickly becoming green again. It is late evening. When you can see in the distance, and I'll pulse on the map. The pinpricks of fires burning. Not a lot, maybe 8, 9 small fires. Nothing massive. The city's not in flames.
Not yet.
The night is still young. So
And Snake has fresh canister fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Does the group continue to press on, or do they choose to break for the evening? Set up a camp. You can even set up a campfire.
Press on?
Depression in the ground. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, press on. It's good to catch people at night anyway.
It is, but it also you've had some pretty bad encounters at night. Might I remind you of the monster that brought you to within grasping distance of Death's doorstep?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. So, you guys set up a camp a short distance away. I'm going to move the blip over. You're not quite in. Taking a moment to relax and rest. Peeling your helmets off, letting the sweat kind of dry and shake loose your hair. The air is crisp, clean. It does have that ozone smell to it. Very few stars out tonight. Just taking time to listen to the area around you. Don't hear anything out of the ordinary. And guys begin to set up camp. You have the ability to, like I said, light a fire. Let me know if you choose to do so. If not,
Oh, I definitely will.
Okay. So taking some cow chips and or Brahmin chips. I'm sorry, along with some of the the dry grass and a couple small bees that you've managed to clip off. You get a nice fire going.
We're definitely going to need to watch if he's starting a fire.
Okay. So,
although Snake doesn't care, Snake will sleep like a baby through the whole night if we let him.
Probably, or at least a portion of it. So yeah. Sally and Saval, roll me luck plus survival.
Who?
Sally and Saval.
Okay.
During your break or your watch, I should. Saval? Okay, so Sally, you're awake for your watch, and you're having a hard time staying awake. The wind's picked up a little bit, so but other than that, nothing's really going on. The Brahmin are resting, sitting on the back of Good and Plenty, laying there, just rocking back and forth, sound asleep. And you look up, and as I described, you don't see, there weren't many stars out. But you stop and you're looking, the moving overhead. The best way to describe it is fireflies, tiny ones. But you can see moving in a pattern, blinking above you. Takes a moment for you to make out the sound of something big flapping in the air, or at least that's the sound. The thump, thump, thump. Watch it move south from where you're sitting. And again, the blinking of the little light, the little firefly lights, all over the place. But the sheer size of the gray or the black shadow, I should say, I was about to say, flying overhead, you could just, is massive.
Does it notice us?
If it does, it gives no indication.
Hmm.
Laval is the next person on watch. So you go over to him to wake him, just to confirm what you're seeing. See one of the women from the encampment is curled up to him, next to him for warmth. So Saval, you wake up, and Sally Sue wakes you up at that point, and you're kind of looking. You're like, hello. She kind of just rolls over and goes, she's still asleep, but Sally Sue's standing over you at that point. So I'll let you tell him what you wish.
I just tell him that I saw, or I heard some. I pointed to the fireflies first, and then I told him I heard something big flapping up there too.
Looking in the general direction that she pointed, you can see, stars here and there, but what you're looking at, could be the stars twinkling, could be lights blinking on and off. You really can't tell at this point. If you choose to look at what is there by some other means, please let me know. Whatever it is a distance away. I believe you have the
also
night vision
dark.
scope. I'm sorry.
Just want to point out, Hecate is laying next to Sam, and Sam is curled up away from it for once.
Just remember, if you grab the weapon and if he catches you, you took your own life into your own hands. But he did point that out there. So I mean, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So I think he's just tempting to see if somebody grabs it.
My pencil launcher has a short night vision scope.
Okay. Sally Sue hands you her pencil launcher.
At this point, you see Sam roll over and cuddle the rifle again.
Stroking it longingly, he lays there.
Should have his own romance novel.
So,
Mm.
yeah, with a little bit of ghoul pip. Anyway, so
I mostly moved on to that. That was my early phase.
you bring. Okay, it's under a pseudonym too, right?
Yes.
You bring the rifle up to your shoulder, flipping on the night vision apparatus on the scope. You give it a time. You give it a little bit of time to kind of power up, warm up, and crisp in. While it can't give you any detail, realize that what's flying is a very large air vehicle.
Mm.
4 massive rotor blades reside along it. Two towards the front, 2 towards the back. You can see there's a large, looks like 2 cylinders in between. Like the cylinders that you see like on one of the tanker trucks that you've passed at the Rex. And then from here and there, you can see like the little, the sparkles of light. But it's, it's moving at a decent clip, so it's barely, you're able to make out a shape and form. That's about it.
And it's moving south?
I'm sorry?
It's moving south?
It's moving south, due south.
What do you think it is?
Sounds...
I asked him.
Go ahead. Yep. Unidentified flying up.
It's a UFO?
aliens, but Sam's apparently working on his autobiography, and his pseudonym for the ghoul is Ben Dover, and it's available. Sam Subscribe Star. Sorry, Benjamin Dover Subscribe Star. So, never a dull moment around here, kids. Never a dull moment. Yes, if depending on which way the group goes, they may actually get to meet Mr. Ben Dover or Benjamin Dover. We'll
That's
add
right, we
that.
did add Dick Townend, didn't we?
You did, and I'm going to add that. I have Mayor is Ben Dover, but I'm going to change it to Benjamin Dover.
Yeah.
Eat such interesting places like Bohica Bar and Grill, the Chocolate Starfish Tavern, One Eye Worm Diner, the Studded Nut Bar and Piercing Lounge, and they have beer there, the Reach Around Pale Ale. That was provided by, I believe, you, Sam.
Did I correct
Doesn't
that one?
surprise me.
I believe so. Yes, I have an S after that, so it's either Sam or Saval. So, or it could have been Snake Sally Sue, but I don't think those two would have came up with that.
It wasn't gray.
That does
Yeah,
sound like the
there was
one.
no G, so that'll be a fun-filled night to get to that one. So,
Innuendos galore.
okay. Get powering
Thank
down the scope. He hands that back to you.
Should we tell the others or wait until morning? Okay.
Take you know, given the fact that you're up, you take your watch. You sit there and you're looking around. You're about false dawn is a short moment away. So, and a late rain begins. That kind of wakes everybody else up at that point in time. Since you rolled me a 6-sider before, roll me another 6-sider there, Saval. Well, that is the last of the radiation damage, so I will take that off the list. So everybody is damaged. Went from get their cup of food juice, and everybody begins to head on. Bless you.
Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to unmute.
There you go.
Or the radioactive food.
Together. So, zeroing in on the areas where you saw the fires and the like, you can still see plumes of smoke here and there. Begin to gear up and head in. You find yourself on the outskirts of town. There's no identifying location for this particular spot, if you will. Not exactly sure which town. As you begin to look around, you find the area that you're in, medium industrial park type area. So burned out shells of buildings, the metal, or where cranes or a steel framed girders guide it. Question I have is, since you know approximately where you're going, how close in do you actually get to the where you think they are?
I mean, I'd like to say a couple blocks away at first, just so we could get a handle on the situation.
Okay, so at extreme long range, and this is so everybody understands. You can see what's going on, but you won't be able to hear anything unless they're all cheering like at a football game or something. At
I mean,
long
once
range,
we know where they are and what they're doing, we can, of course, move in a little closer.
Right.
It's just
long
caution.
range, you can hear maybe a little bit if if somebody's on a megaphone or whatnot. You have neither side would actually you'll know they're there, but they wouldn't know you're there type of deal. And medium range, well, there's a good chance that you guys can both be encounter one another. So, Miss Gray, how close do you want the group to get, and where do you want to leave the girls, the two little ones, C2, and the pack animals at that point?
So I would say we definitely want to leave the girls and the Brahmin pretty far away. The women, I'd like to leave one woman with a weapon with that group.
Okay.
To protect the girls and the critters.
Okay.
Like Sam said, we'd like to get eyes on the men's group, but obviously once we do that, confirm who it is, then we need to move in closer to take them out.
Okay. So let's get to long range then, and I'll describe that, and then we can go from there. The woman that you had handed your 10mm pistol to, she nods, looks at you, and she's like, I'll stay with them. I'll keep an eye on anything, and she kind of gestures to all of you. I know you have. I know you can't hear me if I do anything. Do you have any way for me to alert you if I run into trouble?
Yeah.
I look at C2 and the radio that he's clutching.
If you remember, that's just a radio.
Oh.
It is literally just it is like the old timey radios. For him, it's a toy, but he doesn't realize that it's not more than that. So he thinks when you guys are talking, he kind of nods his head, and he's got his own little, airplane pilot, World War II, helmet on, that he has a little, microphone. It's cute, but it's not functional.
Never mind then.
Can I give her my hood with the radio?
That would be no. Then you would have no radio. But if that's what you want to do, yes, you could do that.
But the rest of the group will have.
Yep.
Their radios.
Yep.
Unless anybody else wants to volunteer their radio, but I'm guessing not with this group.
What if you go off on your own, like to assassinate someone, and we can't communicate with you?
Well, I'm going to take a moment and pull something out of chat. Hey, Sam, why don't you hand her the flare gun?
That's what I said.
I can enter the flare gun, but I don't know.
Well, you got a flare for it? Oh.
It's not very stealthy.
Gray never gave me the flare. I don't even know that the flare exists.
Is there anybody? Well, Sally Sue, if you stay near me.
But yes, I could give her the flare gun.
Or
Go
ahead.
I could give her the flare gun, but I don't even know that that there's a 12-gauge flare that we have.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Sally Sue?
I was going to say, no, I can't give him my radio because I'm not going to take my hood off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can stay close to you, Gray, if that's what it takes.
Or if Sam and Saval are going to stay together long range.
We've
I don't
never
know
actually
if
seen
they're-
what Sally Sue looks like without her hood off. She hasn't taken it off in the past 10 years.
I don't know if Sam or Saval would be able to.
The ball
give-
would be the only one. Sam's actually is built into the helmet as part of the body armor, so same thing like Snake. Those two would be the only two that couldn't give it up.
Yeah,
What do
me pulling it
What do you
off.
think, Saval? Okay. Well, then I'm the only one willing to give it to her, so I'll give
Okay.
her my radio.
Okay.
And Sally Sue, stay with me.
Okay. You come across. So you remove the helmet and the apparatus that goes with it. Sam gives it the once over to make sure everything's working. You guys go through the channels and test. It's up to you if you want to give her a call sign. And the group begins to, she stops. You guys find a burned out shell of a building that is relatively, covered. So you guys, get the pack animals and everything there.
Call sign be Sam.
Call signs what?
I asked Sam what her call sign should be.
Oh.
I don't know. Cyclops came up with most of the call signs.
Everybody's looking at you, Snake.
Who?
Yeah, you. That's who.
Who's Cyclops? I thought it was One Eye. No, I thought it was Eye Patch.
You don't even know what you are. So what should we call?
Snake, I have you down as Eye Patch, but that's just me. That's what I wrote down for the first
My
time.
notes have Cyclops.
Cyclops.
I draw a stick figure with one eye, and right next to it, and then I draw an equal sign, and then I draw a snake.
What is that? Snake Eyes?
No. You're Snake. This is Cyclops. You're the same person.
Don't look like it.
Sam and Snake Show.
Anyway,
I flip the switch on the side of his helmet that gives him a feedback loop.
so
And I switch it off.
who are we trying to name?
The girl
you
we're
see
leaving behind.
waves.
Yeah, the lady we're leaving behind with the girls and the Brahmin.
What's she wearing?
She's wearing a mixture of armor that they stripped off the crazies. So say mixture of heavy raider armor, leather armor.
Color is it?
Color is a dirty tan.
Okay, I'll call her Red Shirt.
Okay.
Nothing ever happens to the red shirts. Okay.
Right, we're gonna lose our
Perfect,
Brahmin
not
and
even
those
red.
girls.
Yeah.
You come back and find
And-
Brahmin up on blocks.
Just sentence them all to death. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Snake
Well, we
already
did ask
made
him
it
to
clear
name
that he
her,
wants to eat
so-
them all, right?
Right. Clarify, I did not ask him to name her, but all right.
Okay. So red shirt.
That's what it is.
Red shirt it is. Okay. Okay. Well, yes, I was
That's
kind of
okay.
concerned that nobody had asked me. Now, I am wearing. I have a champion sweatshirt on, because it's kind of windy and chilly out today. But I am rocking over my. What this would be, black and blue and a little gray, plaid Joe Boxer pajama bottoms. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you wearing socks?
I am. I have a pair of, I guess it'd be calf-high white socks on.
Good. Can't have the feet being cold.
No. Yep. So, getting up there in years, got that poor blood circulation and everything going on, so yeah, pain and walking around with it. You begin to close the distance. Know that they're good. You have plenty of spots to hide, plenty of spots to get to. You can hear some noise, somebody talking loud. Sam, Saval. No, Sally's going to stay with Miss Gray. So Sam and Saval. Climb high among the rubble to find a vantage point to be able to see. The noise that you're hearing is kind of echoing around from everything that's here.
Okay.
Or does the group still stay on the surface streets to get even closer? You're at long range now, so you guys have scopes, and you guys could scope out what you see. And
I mean, yes.
why I was asking the two of you.
Yes, I'd like to scope out what we can see and figure out what's going on.
So make me a whatever's better, strength athletics or agility athletics. OSHA's not available to condemn or rate these people up. Okay. So, weather has gotten a little nicer. The rain that hit you guys in the morning has kind of petered out. Everything's starting to kind of dry up and whatnot. Saval, you're not able to. The spot that you managed to put yourself into, it gives you a vantage point, but you're, questioning life choices right now is where you're at. Sam, you're able to, pull yourself hand over hand, get yourself up, using sections of the rebar. You're perched on a slab of concrete that, unless something major happens, that it's not moving. It's pancake like floors between it.
Nice.
I'll describe what you see, and I'm assuming you're relaying it back to the group, or you can relay it however if you wish to change things up.
I am relaying it back to the group.
Okay, so looking through the scopes, utilizing that to kind of get a bead and look in the general area. You can hear. You would have to. Yes. Sam, you can do it. You pull the gas mask, the face mask off the front of your helmet, so that way you still have access to the radio, but you can actually hear everything around you. Saval, unfortunately, yours is part of the built-in because of the type of helmet that you're wearing. You can hear a man talking. You both see a large group, decent sized group, say 20, between 20 and 30 of the crazies. This is more of, it's not the suicide troops that you saw where they just came running at you with their claws trying to tear your eyes out. These individuals have a mixture of body armor, but all of them were brandishing clubs or spiked maces or boards with nails in it. And you can see there's a guy standing there, and he's dressed in white. Got his hands raised out, above him in the form of a Y, and he's got in his one hand he's got this large, it's some sort of crackling staff or heavy metal ball, and he holds it up above him, and all of them, they all go silent, and training to hear it, you can hear him say, "Yes, my brothers. Yes, we have managed to gather a large group. We are going to send them all on their way. We will increase our numbers, grow our flock. He who shall not be named shall be happy. He shall smile upon us, and we shall sweep this land of all the heretics and heathens. All the unbelievers will find their end." And they all just erupt in cheers. And he turns, and he brings the maul down towards the ground, and you can just watch arcs of light crackle across the metal plate, the decking that he's standing on. You see coming out, from the area behind him are probably an equal number of men compared to the number of crazies that are there. And some of them are, you can almost instantaneously identify the Icelanders or settlers versus the vault dwellers, or the people in the jumpsuit. There's probably a group of like 12 to maybe 14 that are in jumpsuit. Some are bloody, some have patches or bandages, I should say, not patches, or their arms in a sling. And then you see another step up. You can tell if it's male or female from here. Armor is black, like pitch black, and you can't make out facial features, but the helmet that they're wearing has all these black streamers blowing off of it from the wind. There's like streamers coming off their arms, and they're kind of billowing behind them. Not like a cloak, but more just like tassels, but, large ones. And he walks over to the guy and they converse. He nods. And you see he walks over to a group of men that have been, and two more guards similar to them, similar to in the armor like he is, or this without the tassels, pulls 12 individuals out of the group. And they're escorting them off the platform, the stage that he's standing on.
I'm going to tell the rest of the group that I think our would-be rescuees are about to get sacrificed. And now might be a good time to start making our way towards them and to rescue them.
Okay.
Yep.
But
What distance are we?
Long range.
Okay, because this is Sam watching through his. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I assume you all have continued approaching while I'm watching, but
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just want to note that I have loaded an AP round.
Okay. Now, you see those 12 get taken off stage, and you can see them. He disappear. They're out of sight from you guys. The remnants of the group, which is 20 in total, actually, so there were 30, are all still standing there milling about. And the guy kind of waits till he leaves, and he turns around, and you see, because you're focused in on him or looking in that general direction. He's not with what just occurred, but you can tell by that scowl, the bit of anger on his face, and then he turns back to the group and he's all smiles again, and he's like, "But first, we deal with a betrayer. We deal with one who shirked his duty." And you can see two of those massive brutes come out, the ones that you encountered just recently again, and they're dragging the Whispering Man between them.
Who's the Whispering? Sorry, I don't remember.
The gentleman that you gave the locket to.
Oh, okay.
So
The one that was holding the women hostage.
The one that was holding the women hostage, yes.
Okay.
So, he apparently escaped and is here. And you can see that he points to that one. This one shirked in his duty, left the others to die, ran. And if the guy, obviously the guy, he talks. So if he says anything, you have no idea what it is. And the demigod, the demagogue who's talking, kind of turns and backhands him with the mace, with the maul. Sorry, catches him right in the chest. Even at this distance, you can hear the audible pop of bones breaking. And he turns and he points to the two brutes that are standing there, and they toss him. They toss the man to the people that are down below. What happens next is up to you if you wish to describe it. You watch the others of crazies there descend upon this man and quite literally tear him limb from limb. to the point where you actually see people with like a hand in their hand running around, holding it above their head, coated in blood.
Now, guys, I realize that I have no room to talk about this, but I just saw a guy get torn limb from limb, and there's a lot of blood in Revelry.
Sounds exciting.
Lots of redecorating.
Yes.
Actually,
There you go.
yes, some of them are using the hands to paint the walls and other body parts. Oh god, that one guy is gnawing on that leg.
He is. There's somebody who actually has one, and he's got a piece of red meat, if you will.
Oh god, those two are chasing each other around like dogs. Ugh. Let's kill them. They're uncivilized brutes.
So, and he's the other guy's standing there, and he's just taking it all in, and he's enjoying what he's seeing, if you will. Sam, you see so where this is going is where you guys are at right now. But you can see I'm going to pulse the area there on the map. You can see puffs of black and smoke in the air come up from somewhere among the buildings. And what you hear, you don't know what to identify it as. You hear the sound of something rumbling. Well, you're seeing this too. You can see you're able to see just as much as he is, and you're running around looking for others, and any threats or whatnot. You also see the smoke hitting the air. Maybe a minute or so after that, you don't have much time to see, but you see coming from behind one of the buildings a large, battered box truck driving away. No, it's heading out of town, or in that general direction. Moments after that, you see three. They're almost a blur. Three other one-person vehicles go zipping by. One of them has the guy in black, all the tassels and streamers just blowing off of him. A large metal back, a flag floating, blowing back and forth on there. Sam, you're able to identify the symbol on the thing. It's that of a vulture.
Our old friends.
And with that, the vehicles are disappear from sight. You have a group there in front of you, and as you just described, yes, you can see one of the brutes bringing out the stew pot. One of the brutes going along and bringing the others along, taking the others that are there, both Mew Mew and Wastelanders settlers, forcing them to their knees.
Now would be a good time to go loud.
Yeah. So how many people are left?
20.
20. So the main guy drove off in the truck, Mad Max style.
Yes.
Morton Jones style.
One of the two main guys drove off. The vulture main guy, or we'll call him the main guy, drove off in the truck. And again, it is, these are ramshackle vehicles. So yes, this is, Mad Max, Imhotep Joe type of deal.
Okay.
The
Immortan, sorry.
But there's about 20 folks left. These are kind of the crazy brainwashed cultists.
Correct.
How
So
far are we now?
You're still, if he was relaying it to you and you were moving up,
Yep.
You're now within medium range.
Oh.
You can set the stage if you use, and again, if you use Sam and Saval shoot at range, they can hit whoever
Yeah.
and draw them to you. Sam and Saval, that puts you guys, you're still part of the initiative. You will not be on the map that I'll bring over then. You will have, they're at medium, you're at medium. It'll take a while for them to find you. You'll have, roll me 2d12.
Who?
Sam and Saval. Sorry.
Each of us.
Each of you. Yep. Each of you roll me 2d12. Okay. So, Sam, Saval, between the two of you, that's the number of rounds that you'll get off before either group closes to the other. Not every shot is a kill shot. So, but you will be whittling the numbers down because they do have, stuff to duck behind, metal that'll deflect the rounds. Sam, yours will have the greater chance. That's the number of rounds that you'll be deducting. You don't have to go to full 21. Same thing, Saval. You don't have to go to full 15. But you guys, you can decide how you want to do it. Want to use your the laser rifle? You'll expend you'll be putting a fresh cell in before they get to any closer. If you want to use your hunting rifle, that's fine too. Then I give you the option because you have the better chance. You pick your targets as you see fit.
I pick my targets as I see fit.
Yes, sir.
Is there an obvious leader?
Yes, the man with the electrified maul.
I should probably kill him first.
Okay.
And I do want to note that this first round is armor piercing.
Correct. He is not wearing a helmet. The only people wearing the helmets appear to be the brutes. They are the ones that are better armored
And
than the others.
And just real quick, the armor piercing adds what, +2?
+2, yes.
Okay.
Is the area we're going to, without seeing the building or the map yet, if Sam and Saval started firing long distance and the group started to move towards them, could we circle around and get on the other side of the group and basically surround them? So Sam and Saval, long distance on one side, Sally Sue, Snake, myself, and the two other women are with us, right?
Yes. You could. So I'm going to switch you over to the map the fight will take place on. So it is a street corner or remnants of a street. The ramshackle buildings are, most of them are blown out. You can see a large EMC tractor trailer, jackknife there, some rubble, and it looks like So if I'm going to I'm going to go over to the bed. Let me find that guy. Yeah, this guy should. Okay. So if he's running down and just using this, if he went to get to you guys would be over here towards the bottom of the map. You can get yourself set up so you could literally load the tractor trailer as fair game for you. So they have no choice. They have to go around the tractor trailer, get towards where Saval and Sam are shooting. So you guys have the ability to hide behind these rocks here. You can hide behind the corner of the building there, or use that for cover, I should say. You can even you'll get inside the building itself and hunker down and let them pass. Let the group get into here. Sam and Saval is going to be thinning the herd as this is happening. So
yeah, I think that's my preference. What do you think, Snake, Sally Sue?
Yep, that sounds good.
Okay.
Nick?
Yeah, sorry, I think you're on mute.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you get yourself, let's see. So, we'll say for the big guy. So if you shoot, if you're going after, so you pick the leader. So, Ball, who are you taking a shot at? Were you?
Are
Sam
you
doesn't
sure
like that.
you want to fire at the same guy? I'm not saying that you won't hit him, but if I kill him and you fire another shot into him, and I mean, you can always switch targets, but
Okay. Well, yeah. Sam goes first on this. I mean, the others are moving into position. You guys are buying them time to get into position.
yeah.
Not saying it's this number of people. This just makes it easier for me to have stuff on the map, so I can just drag them around. Okay. Okay. So, and I will switch back over to that. Okay. So, Sam, make your shot.
Obviously, calling shot head.
Yeah.
So this is an aimed shot.
You have the option of, as you're looking through the scope, you do have the option of spending anywhere from 1 to 3 additional action points to roll 1 to 3 additional dice. Making sure you're aware of that.
I'm going to roll one additional dice one, so that's one action point, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 4. Okay, so let's roll them bones.
I think I hit.
Do?
And then this is with AP, so
Yep.
yeah, make separate one for AP ammo.
Yep. Okay, so any armor you would have had, you would have punched through.
Yeah, and his dome has probably been rocked.
12 points of damage. Yeah, you watch him. You watch a large portion of skull and hair go flying off. Still alive. He's
He doesn't realize he's dead yet. Got it.
no.
So I think he's not long for this world. I think firing another shot at him might be a waste.
But only way to be sure.
You say this, but I'm seeing a lot of gray matter splattered on the guy behind him.
Okay.
And the guy behind him is licking his lips and looking more and more hungry.
Just keep this in mind. If you took 12 points of damage to your head, would that kill you? Would that kill Sam?
That would kill, but I'm talking about the guy behind him.
Oh, the guy behind him is dead.
Oh, the guy's behind him.
100%. The leader is still alive. The guy, the round pierced through his skull, hit the guy behind them. I'll have that, and you kill, and he falls.
Do I need to do a hit location?
Well, given the fact it's his head, I'm going to say it's probably going to be head or chest. So yeah, I'm going to say 12 points armor piercing, or 16 points. I'm sorry, 16 points of armor piercing. No, I think even Miss Gray would have a hard time with that.
No, not 16, 20.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I didn't add the +1 in. You're right. Right, 20 points.
Yeah.
So yes, there's very few things in this gaming world that could possibly soak that kind of damage.
I wonder if I could have stopped the truck with that. Huh.
Possibly.
Do it now.
Yep. So with a peal of man-made thunder, you watched a round shoot across. You watched one of the attendants by the guy just poleaxed as he falls. The man who you shot, the demigod, is got one hand clasped to his head, holding his clutching the crackling mace or the maul. He's kind of just looking around. So, Saval, we're also able to pick this up. Can take a shot with him, at him, I should say. Okay, well, these guys aren't on the map. You're shooting at the group. You're thinning the herd as they get closer. So, okay, so unless you have a particular target that you want to shoot for second shot,
do we need to do all of our shots now?
You don't have to make rolls for the other ones. So that represents you firing rounds. That's why I said you're using rounds of ammunition to shoot at the targets. Saval, you're firing your las rifle at guys at distance. So or your hunting rifle. Pick whatever one you want to use. You'll get 15 shots off before the whatever group remains comes around the corner to them. So if you want to use the hunting rifle, you can say just knock off as many hunting rifle rounds as you want, or if you're using the las rifle, you can just say, hey, I do all 15 because I shoot 15 times because I have the cell is going to last the entire scene. Sam, same deal. So you can choose. I know you want to. You started the fight with the Hecate. You can switch to another weapon, and
we'll call it 10 rounds of 50 caliber.
Yeah. Okay.
That should
you have
harder a
10.
good bit.
So,
in addition to the one AP that just rocked that guy's world.
Yep. You can see one of the brutes trying to move that guy off or out of the way. The other brute is kind of stops and he's kind of looking around and he kind of gestures to the others and they kind of turn en masse. So Miss Grace, Sally Sue, Snake, and the two women, you guys are maneuvering up forward, leaping over small walls, snaking around the rubble. You find yourself in an area here, wide open area. You can chat, the wreckage of a car wreck slammed into the building, or a truck wreck slammed into the building, and excuse me. And you find a nice wide open area where you can control the battle. So I will get the girls. Unless you guys choose to be out, however you choose. Let's go. Yep, one.
Are we still medium distance?
You guys have closed. So by the time the man-made thunder that you hear from Sam and that's all you really hear is Sam. Saval his weapon is silenced. You'll be at close range as they come running by. So the group that you see on the map, yep, okay, that works. So Sam, hold on, let's take.
Sam and Saval are this direction, east, due east?
No, they're back here.
Or where? Sorry, I can't see it.
Corner of the map.
Okay.
Which corner?
So they are in the south.
Bottom left.
West, bottom left. So, this is the group that met you've thinned the herd pretty well. The one brute, which is the blue gentleman here, and a hodgepodge group of crazies. Either one of you are in the perfect position. Sam, you are. Saval, you would have to shift position because of how you're precariously perched. So it would be a major to get into a different spot, or a minor and a roll, and then be able to get a shot off if you choose. If you want to do that instead, I'll let you make that decision when we get to initiative. And yep, exactly the way Miss Gray drew the arrow. That is the way they are running. They are heedless of anything else around them. They are just trying to get to wherever the shots are coming from, and make it, get their, pound of flesh, so to speak.
Yuck.
Yeah, quite literally a pound of flesh. So
Double yuck.
if the group is holding initiative, I got to see what these guys are on. They're on a. They'll go after everybody else. So they're literally on a 10. So he will get to here, there. The guy who's like, "Hey, wait for me, everybody!" He's running around. So they all get to there. They have no idea that you're there. Before anybody does anything, Saval, what do you do? You want to take a minor action and make an athletics roll again, strength athletics, to shift to a better spot so you can make an attack, or do you wish to take a major action and then you'll have to spend AP if you want to get a shot off? No, reposition. Okay, so you're going to make the roll and spend a minor? Okay, so we'll do that on your initiative. So, okay, so top of the order. So Miss Gray.
Yep.
You can see this hodgepodge group come running around. Some have they're all bloody in one way, shape, or form. You don't know if it's their blood, somebody else's blood, whatever the case might be.
Yep. So this is a great scenario for my SMG. Yeah, so I've got my SMG. I'd like to step forward so I don't accidentally hit Sally Sue or Snake.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna spray this group bullets.
Okay. Remember, every extra round that you fire, based upon your rate of fire, that could potentially add one more person with that burst. So,
yeah, so I can max it out. What, 3's max?
your rate of fire. Oh, sorry.
My rate of fire is 6.
So you can throw 6 additional dice, which has the potential of adding again 6 more targets. So, but let's roll the hit first.
Yeah, there's 7 targets. Right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, let's roll first.
Okay. So you hit. Gain an action point back.
Okay.
Right now, you're going to hit 5 people total.
Yeah, I'd like to hit all 7.
Okay. Roll 6 additional combat dice. Okay, you get them all. Now you can opt to spend it. So you can opt to spend the 7th bullet and re-roll those 2 blanks.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. One's
Okay.
better.
So you get everything. Oh, sorry. Okay, hold on. So click the Pip-Boy in the upper right hand portion of the screen and choose that 6, and then roll that. Roll two batches of 8. There you go. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get all 7.
Okay.
You're doing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 points of damage.
Wow.
Okay. So let's roll easier. Let's roll 1 hit location. We'll assume that it's hitting that spot as multiple rounds. Oh Jesus. Okay. Give me a minute. A little bit more in a minute. Okay, so Aiming high, holding down the trigger, you spray back and forth. Round stitch bodies. The rise of the gun as the rounds cycle out one after the other. The multiple hits start to impact. Skulls begin to explode. Red mist begin to float across the field. You won't kill them all, but you're gonna have that number. So 4 go down, flopping, like fish out of water.
Yeah, pretty happy with that.
On the wounded guys from the previous. The others take 16 points of damage to their head. I don't think I have any armor on these guys for head. I have 3 points. So, okay. So they take 13 points, which is enough to pretty much take 2 injuries. So they are not doing anything this round
Good job,
at all.
Bray.
Yay.
Shell
Kidnap
cases,
children.
yeah, rattle across the ground. Sam, you're able to take this in. You watch just Miss Gray hold down and just get loose. 4 of them fall. The others take are hit here and there. Leaking blood. They kind of caught unawares, stagger around. And take a shot if you like.
Yeah, Mr. Brute here.
Yep.
How's he looking?
He's looking. He's hurt. This is the first damage that any blood that he's taken. The metal helmet that he has, which almost looks like a glorified trash can, is battered and crushed on one side. You can see the dripping of blood. He's struggling to pull the helmet his head, which you realize will probably do more harm than good. But hey,
Yeah, let's put him out of his misery.
Okay.
I forgot to call location. Oh well.
Correct. But I don't think that's going to matter.
No, that's a good bit of damage.
And let's see the hit location now.
I thought I hit it. Oh, humanoid.
Okay. He has his arm above his head, and his body's twisting as his body twists. Whatever called shot that you were going to make, the arm gets in the way. You watch the arm just. It looked like he almost punches himself in the face as his head rocks across, and he drops to the ground.
Crash 1.
Woohoo!
Before we go any further, Miss Gray, I should have gave you the option. Did you wish to fire again?
No, that's okay. We can keep going.
Okay. Sam, do you wish to take a second shot?
Let's see how much ammo do I have left. Second shot would be another 2 AP. We're back up at 6.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll do another shot.
Okay.
Go for this guy since he's the next closest.
Okay.
And
1 point back.
yep. Damage. Good location. There we go. Left leg. He is
15. That's 15 AP or 50 armor piercing.
just
Just
one
a
flesh
flesh
wound.
wound.
11 points of damage. He is on the ground howling in pain. I'm going to roll him the other way. Grasping the stump of his leg.
You should see me turn them into newts.
He is still alive, though.
Oh, okay. Can I go over to the guy clenching his leg and punch him with my fist?
You can.
Just remember, there's this guy right here who's still standing.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think he's going to be alive by the time it gets to Snake.
Okay, fine. I was just making sure she was aware.
Fair enough.
Can I re-roll that?
Sure. You spend a point of luck and you can reroll. There you go.
Oh.
At least he's stunned.
Yes. You come over, you give him a good crack. He kind of looks at you with, incredulously. It's like, I'm missing my leg and you come over and punch me in the arm. Why are you beating on me? No, stop. You can spend 2 action points to take a second swing if you like.
How many action points do we have?
5. So you'd be down to 3.
Yeah, go for it.
Okie dokie.
So we are down to 3.
Hey, hit, roll for damage. And location.
Much better.
You punch him. You lean down and punch him in his arm. He's kind of clutching his arm as he rolling around, looking at you like, why are you beating on me? I blew my leg is gone. And then you just reach over and you kind of haul back and which one are you using? Are you using the energy one or are you using the physical one?
Oh, the physical one.
Physical one. Okay. So you draw back. And you just kind of take a knee and drive it in. You can hear ribs crack. The leather armor that he's wearing, divots and buckles underneath the blow. That is enough to take him permanently out of the action.
Yay.
Woot. Thumbs up.
Saval. Okay. So make me a athletic strength roll, I believe.
Did I need to move over there, or am I good where I
Yes,
am?
you should be. You should be next to the guy. Yes, please. There you go. Okay. So you get an action point back. You slide over, literally, to a new spot. Sections of concrete and rebar bouncing down below, and are able to see the last guy standing there. You are. Yep, that was why I was asking. If you didn't do well on the roll or you kind of botched that, no. You hit. Roll for damage. Okay, roll for location. Okay, so you hit him in the leg. The beam sweeping across, striking his leg. He is still alive. Okay. He is still alive. You wish to take a second shot. You're back up to 4 AP. Damage 2 AP. Okay, so that beam also hits him. He is still alive. Is hurting. Still dazed, still confused. So, Snake, you will go before the girls do. So we'll go after you. You see again. Everything happens within seconds of one another. The flash of the flash of the subgun. The man-made thunder, which still is sounds through the helmet. Sally Sue running over and just kind of just wailing into one of the guys, dropping You can see one guy standing there, and then off on the edge of the map, walking towards you, is the leader. So, face a bloody mess, ruined.
Far away is he?
He'll be in close range. The white clothes that he was wearing, just covered in blood.
Okay, could I step back a little bit to where he's in medium range?
Yeah. Move yourself down closer to the rock. There you go.
Sure.
Yep.
I'm just gonna shoot him.
Okay. Okay, you catch both guys. He is badly wounded enough that he... Where'd the map? Dies instantaneously. Roll hit locations on this guy. Arm. Yeah, you guys have been rolling legs. And second location. Or so. 10 points of damage and then 515.
That was just for that to see if I got any luck back.
Gotcha. Okay. So you all feel, Sally more so than Miss Gray. You can feel the heat roiling off from the impact. It's the smoke and the haze ears. He is still alive. His clothing is on fire. You can see the body armor that he's wearing underneath is cracked and scorched, burned. The robes that he has is on. You can see his hair and his face is just a massive ruin. As the fire just just considers that rolling up his armor, rolling off of him.
That's this guy?
Yeah, that's that guy. Yep.
Okay.
Everybody else is dead. Gets... He stops and he grabs something from his behind him, and he kind of just jams it. It's a big thing. It's kind of like about the size of a soda can. He takes that and he just, whatever it is, he slams it into his arm. You can watch flesh on that side of his arm, kind of like bulge, and you've seen this effect where they go to and suicide mode, so to speak. And he becomes just running forward. He has the maul in his hand. His right arm, or sorry, left arm, is just hanging uselessly by his side. You can see it's just a charred husk of an arm. Whatever flesh and bone is there is just destroyed. Fortunately, he is charging Sally Sue.
I figured.
It's to there. Does hit. He also forward and dies at that point.
Is this energy?
Energy, yes. 8 plus 9 is 17. 17 points of damage. Energy will soak.
Right leg.
Right leg. No, he
I get-
sweeps the leg.
Get
You can
11
see the
points of damage.
You can feel just the electric charge just run through you. Hair stands on end. You are perfectly within your right to scream, as the amount of electricity just courses through you.
I do that.
So everybody with the helmet on, can hear through the radio, hear the Sally Sue let loose a high pitched scream, and at that point in time, he falls to the ground. Body still smoldering. One last strike before going.
Meh.
Ow, ow, ow.
Zaval, you and Sam do not see anything else. Well, you're limited now for what you can see to right here. You watched, what you saw, but you're not able to see into the encampment because you shifted position where the others are. Sam, you're looking up through you're looking to towards the encampment where the crazies came out of. It's other than the people that were, that most of them are, either hugging the ground or have scattered. You don't see any other threat, if you will. A bunch of bodies laying there from the people that you shot, the multiple, through the firefight that, or the sniping, I should say, that occurred moments earlier. But other than painting, the town red. What do you all do?
Cry.
Yeah, let's get Saval down here to take a look at Sally Sue.
Yeah, fine motor functions for you, Sally, are kind of limited right now as muscles still spasm. Are okay, yeah. So you're looking around. You don't. Yeah, you're having a hard time focus. Your breath is short and ragged, but you're slowly regaining control of yourself.
I try to wave.
Kind of your arm just kind of flops all over the place, but you're at least making it's everyone sees you making the attempt. Two women come over and they're kind of walking among the bodies. Kind of.
Do they recognize these people?
No, they don't appear to be any of family or friends that got air quote converted.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay.
And the few that are the one or two that might still be trying to gasp one last breath, they punched their tickets.
We don't see the women's friends, right?
No, not them.
They had separated them. Okay.
Yes, not all of them. They've separate. Again, they took a portion. They took 12 out of the 32 people that were there. Separated those. From what Sam described, most of them were in jumpsuits. So they were from probably from Mew Mew Mew. Only 2 were not in jumpsuits. So, but no, you don't see. There's no, at least among the bodies here, there's nobody who's part of any of those other groups.
Okay.
Saval, you managed to make it down with little difficulty because you shifted position, hustled onto the battlefield. It'll take you a minute or so to get there. So, Snake and Sam, what are the two of you doing all this? Right, but you're working your way onto the board, so that's why I was asking.
Part of me wants to keep Overwatch, but I probably should start heading towards the rest of the group.
So make a agility athletics roll.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Definitely make it down. Climbing, same rebar that you used to pull yourself up.
I must make it look easy.
You did. You actually get an action point back too from that.
Yeah.
Manage to start. Yeah,
I think we're at 5
work
now.
your way there. So Miss Gray,
Yep.
you have the 2 women and Snake available to you, while Sally is temporarily out of action. What are the 3 of you doing? Or what are you and the 2 of them doing?
We search these bodies.
Sure. The bulk of them are armed with either maces or makeshift swords. They are not carrying any kind of. Actually, I'm sorry. Most of them have some form of bandana or color cloth. Probably to identify them when they're on the battlefield. So they have a brightly colored piece of cloth. All of them have, and we'll include one in there for Sally would find. But all of them have a single dose of psycho. Oh no, sorry, it's not the next one up. So they all have a single dose of Psycho Jet that they did not get a chance to.
Yeah, good thing they didn't get a chance to use that. Yeah, we're definitely taking that.
So other than the one, okay, so we got the 2. So just those 2. Okay, so other than the 2 people, the leader that Snake broiled, and the other guy who we also incinerated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you managed to find 5 of those.
Okay.
5 doses of Psychojet, and I'll describe what their effect is if they manage to off. Roll me combat dice.
How many combat dice?
3, please. You find 4 10mm rounds on the brute.
Definitely taking that.
He has he's carrying a sledgehammer. He has no chems on him at all. But you do notice that around the neck he has that heavy gauge pipe type of necklace, or torque, like a choker. Snake encountered those before when he fought the one guy, and it looks like that's what they use to inject the chems into them, so they don't have to carry take a moment to stab themselves type of deal.
Oh, just stop and reload. Yeah, can I take that off and crush it, stomp on it?
You can take it off, but it is made of heavy pipe.
Oh.
So you are able to find a connector piece, screw it, and then bring it apart. And as you pull it out, you can actually see that there are probably about the length of your pinky finger from the second knuckle to your nail. That's how much metal is. That's how big the needle is that was jammed into his neck.
That's gross.
It is empty. Which is probably the only reason why he was able to make it this far. You realize that he, beside the round from Sam that polished him off, he has multiple burns from probably from Saval's laser rifle. Like, what are you doing? Saving the best for last.
I'm just kind of surveying everything.
Okay.
I don't know, just kind of standing around.
Being useless.
I don't know. He's keeping an eye out in case anybody else attacks, or in case the bodies draw any kind of you know predators. So okay, so keeping an eye out. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You have a feeling of unease though. Like this was just a little too. Guys planned well, but it just seemed to go in your favor a little too easy. Like they sacrificed themselves to learn about you.
And that makes sense. I only got to kill one, so yeah. I guess I'm gonna walk around a bit and see if there's anything else.
Okay,
I
so
know.
C2, C2's not here. Sorry. So you start to head out and walking around. You stumble across something that tells you about the place that you're in. The town that you're in is called Addyville.
Ooh.
Sounds like a horrible place.
Sounds like a wonderful place. Potato.
Val, you managed to make it you managed to make it over to Sally Sue. Sam, you'll be moments behind him, maybe a minute or so. Sally, you're regaining control of your breath. Your leg is still throbbing with pain. You get over to her, and she has, as you begin to peel the armor and flesh away. You have to stop and actually. Hey, Sally, now's a good time to start drinking if you like.
Okay, let's see. What should I drink?
Sally, kind of props herself up slightly off of one arm, and
I take out my bottle of wild turkey whiskey.
there you go. So you polish off the entire bottle. Sally's kind of pounding it back, and you realize normally you would stop her, but you realize that what's going to happen next is probably going to be it's probably good that she's numbing the area around you. The armor itself is almost fused to her body. Out of energy, the electricity that pulse through that one area. Sally, whatever armor you had in that spot is destroyed.
No.
So you'll have to the group will have to find something among the either the bodies that you killed or among the what's on the pack Brahmin to replace it. It had fused to the flesh and to the clothing underneath. So you are actually spending a good bit of time cutting it loose, scraping it off, which is not the most pleasant thing to do. Make me a medicine intelligence roll. Medicine agility roll. One of the women comes over and it's kind of like sitting with you, Sally, kind of talking to you, kind of distracting you from what's happening right now.
Vroom vroom.
So, Sam, you get another action point back. So while you're able to remove, debride everything that's in the area there, wrapping it with every available strip of clean cloth that you have on you, which is almost automatically soaking, starting to soak through with the blood. If you have a diluted stim pack, then you have to use that to stop a bleed, or she would have probably died. Sally, you have one. So normally you would have 2 wounds. If Saval does have a diluted stim pack, you have 1 wound on the head point. So Okay, so you use one. Between you and the woman that's there with you, managed to get Sally stabilized, and they find a broken section of steam pipe that you can lean on. A little thick, a little heavy, but you can at least use it as a makeshift cane, makeshift walking stick. If you wish to run, Sally, it's going to cost you. It counts as a full action.
I don't wish to run.
Snake, you're looking around. You wandered outside of this area here. And you're fine. You put yourself. Yep, you were up there, so that's fine. You see that some of the buildings. You're in the area where it looks like they were camping out. There is some food stock there, but you're kind of leery only because of what you know about the stew, air quote. Stew, so you don't know if anything's tainted.
It's like you don't care.
Well, I don't know. I personally would not want Snake to become a crazy.
Yeah, it's a
Give us
little
an excuse to
much.
put him down. Yeah, Sella would give us an excuse to put him down.
You get an excuse, just put him down.
A little bit more crazy.
Yeah, but if I don't have an excuse, Gray will look at me disappointed.
True statement.
See,
One more. One moment. So, working your way through the encampment there that you're in right now, Snake, as you reach over and you snap off your helmet as Sally Sue is making vroom noises and then whimpering every once in a while. You can find a variety of chems in the area that you're in. Basic clothing, what little there is, bedrolls, that type. But you come across 3 dirty waters, 1 diluted stim pack, 2 doses of Med-X. Here's a key one for you: 1 diluted dose of Rad-X, and some yum deviled eggs. A full container, so you have 2 deviled eggs in there.
Ooh.
Yeah,
perfectly preserved for the past 200 some odd years.
I eat the deviled eggs.
Okay, so that'll heal you 4 points of damage if you do, and roll me a single combat die.
Come on, max radiation.
Is that a Pip Boy?
Yeah, single pip boy. Yep. You're fine. 3 dirty waters. Okay.
Oh, you've got it too? Oh, well, you probably want that stuff anyway, right? All
I
right.
mean, I imagine if Snake does keep inventory, it's just a bunch of crude drawings and pictograms.
Well, fortunately, I'll put the dirty waters next to the dehydrated water in my pack.
Oh, there you go. Dehydrate water. Just add water.
Just remember not to mix the two, otherwise you'll end up with dirty rehydrated water.
Okay.
Looking around for your rat Snake, and I'll go back to the rest of the group. You can see some of the men that were captured. You can see every once in a while one of them kind of pokes their head up and looks around and ducks back down. It's almost like watching the meat rats or prairie dogs kind of poking their heads up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you do have the option to call out to them, or you threaten them, or just incinerate because they're there.
Or you could go play whack-a-mole.
Or you could just whack them all. 4.
Could we talk to them? See what they know, or are they
Snake-
just too
Snake,
crazy?
Snake can right now. You're still back with the rest of the group, so I'm coming over. So that's what it's coming around to. So
Okay.
you guys all know Snake wandered off like he normally does. So Sally Sue,
It's
Saval,
expected by
and one of the women. Yes, Sam, you can amputate if you like.
now.
And one of the women are working on Sally Sue.
If Sally
She's
Sue's stable or
Yes.
anything like that, I'm going to take a look at the mace.
Okay, so the mole that he has, you can see that there is a in the base of the base of the handle, there are multiple microfusion cells, all linked up, all in series, and the rod itself, it looks like it's a something from one of the electrical towers. So it's able to conduct the electricity and not, zap the person using it. The weapon is not capable of, if it strikes metal, it's capable of jumping. So it has the ability to do burst, but only in a very specific situation, either liquid, water, or if you're standing on like a metal platform. So it does have the chance to arc and do that if you jam it into the ground. Kind of like what you saw when he found the Whispering Man, when he hit him, and then pushed the maul onto the platform. Looking, you can see that the head itself is almost like the modification that Snake had when he was using the baseball bat originally. So there's metal rings there designed to channel the electricity up and through. It is a hefty little boy. So
Yeah, you can always depower it and put it on the Brahmin.
so in your hands, it's so not including whatever your strength is. It is a strength 7 strength damage, damage weapon of damage of 7 dice. Vicious 1 with energy. And it's energy effect. If you turn the battery on, it's an energy effect. Turn the battery
Otherwise,
off.
it's just giant
Physical.
bludgeoning weapon. Got it.
Yep, giant bludgeoning weapon. As I described, it is capable of, but only in specific scenarios. Make me a science intelligence roll.
Hold on. Current
Sure.
and
Clink,
under
clink, clink, clink.
some circumstances. Here. Yes, don't you just love that sound?
Nope.
At least you're honest. Science intelligence?
Science intelligence.
Science intelligence.
So weight is 15 pounds. Just so if you yeah, it's like I said, with the batteries and everything, yeah. You realize that if you did a little rewiring, you could turn it into a giant bomb.
Ooh.
Can be rewired into bomb. Can be rewired into
Oh my goodness.
bomb.
Are there any, while you guys are meandering about, can you see if any of the people have any right leg armor for me?
Oh, well,
We don't have any right leg armor? I thought we had some right leg armor.
not here right now.
Right
I thought
now?
I thought we had 2 combat leg armors. 2 combat legs.
Back at long distance. If she needs armor right now, you only have what you're grabbing off the bodies.
Oh, right.
There is heavy raider armor that you can pull. That'll give you a 3/3 for a right leg.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
combat armor has 4/4. So if you want to wait for that.
Well, we'll pull that and give it to her right now, so she's got something, and then
Yeah.
we'll get you the better stuff when we get back to it.
Okay. But together as a group, you do, unless Miss Gray, unless you and that other woman wish to head over to where Snake is in that general area, you have, if you wish to head as a group, so that'll give Snake at least one more go before the group gets there. So, how do you wish to leave the group to that administering Sally Sue, or do you wish to head with everybody head together?
Yeah, I think we should stick together.
Okay. So, Snake, you have the opportunity, if you wish, to speak to the people there, or at least make yourself known that you're not a threat.
I do neither of those things. I
Okay.
just kind of stand there and glare at them.
Okay. They are suitably cowed, given everything that's going on. They don't know who you are. They, all they see is a giant, is a man standing there holding a
Really big
flamethrower.
gun.
Yeah. With and there's still maybe a 4-inch, flame coming from the end from the little pilot light. And he's in pretty much black or dirty gray armor, so which is also what the vultures were wearing. So yeah, they're not forthcoming.
Okay, good.
Okay, so Miss Gray, so you step up. The group is together. Sally is hobbling along. Sally, whatever effects that the alcohol gave you, you can apply those. So I know you don't get drunk, but I believe it gives you hit points back. Where you gain bonus hit points for being a chem girl. Is that correct?
I'm not sure.
Let's see. So whiskey. There you go. The whiskey doesn't give you any hit points back, but I don't. I'd have to look up to see what. That way. Yeah. Why don't we grab a couple guys and gals?
I should have had beer.
Already back?
Yep.
Calypso Sniper
you're-
there?
Does not appear so.
The sniper and Calypso you have tried to reach are not available at the moment. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep, beep.
Hey, Warpy, I know you're playing Cyberpunk like you were saying. Have you looked at Atomfall?
Oh, I've been thinking about Adam Paul.
No.
Oh, it looks good. It's not London Fallout, but it's got that definite
that's a
Fallout
different
vibe to it.
game. Or well, that's a different. That's a mod for Fallout.
Right. This is a completely different game. Yeah.
Oh, so it's essentially the wind scale event went far worse than it did in real life.
Yep.
Yeah, I have it on my wish list.
Yeah. So do I.
Oh, looks interesting. Might have to follow it on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I wonder is Helldivers on sale because I might pick that up if it is. Not on sale.
Sniper Calypso, you back yet? Nope.
How terrible. Okay, so Helldivers is on sale. Cataclysmo is, and that's a neat looking game. Cities Skylines, the original Cities Skylines, is $2.99. Wow. Rain World is on sale. That's supposed to be a good one. Oh, Square Enix is also having a publisher sale. Yeah, so if you want to pick up games of Final Fantasies that have been ported over to PC. Oh my god, I hadn't even realized that it's reporting over Kingdom Hearts. Or is it? No, I'm not seeing the main games. Never mind. Or maybe it is. No, it's not. The Kingdom Come Deliverance is now out. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I mean. Also, Cyberpunk, don't know if y'all saw, is
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Cyberpunk, if y'all saw, the CD Projekt Red recently released that they're actively working on the sequel.
Yay.
Hopefully they don't screw that up.
Yeah,
They will.
I think they managed to turn 2077 into something decent.
Yes, but it took so long to do, and so it didn't, it didn't live up to the hype. And by the
Yeah.
time they got it fixed, they had dug themselves such a hole that it was unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that the new one is they learned their lesson and actually executed properly.
Yep.
Sniper Pack 2?
I mean, so long as it doesn't
Yeah,
turn into
he's
the
here.
development
Yeah,
hell that
I'm
is
Okay.
VTM Bloodlines 2.
You about ready, Saval?
So,
Welcome back to
the group
Galaxy
has
News Radio.
yes, we had a commercial in our group has you've managed to catch up to where Snake is. You come across the small sleeping area, probably where the crazies were. Looks like it's been tossed already. Saval, you're able to find 3 replacement sets of bandages. Probably the cleanest stuff that you found in and among all this. And looking around, Miss Gray, you can see that there are men. They're not exactly racing forward. To come out. Every once in a while, you see somebody like poke their head up, look around. They don't know what to expect.
Do they? I mean, besides scared, do they all seem like cracked out, or
No,
are they
nobody
just?
seems. They're just scared.
Yeah. Can we talk to them?
Yeah. Once they, once they see one of them sees one of the women, as she approaches, you see, he gets up and goes running over and picks her up, hugs her, spins her in the air.
We know each other.
Helicopter, motorboat, and they're just that embrace. The others realizing this start to also now come out. So there's a mixture of people that's there. Yes, my volume. Mixture of people that are there, and they're now talking to you, talking with you. What questions do you have for them?
So I generally like to ask them about the leaders in particular. I guess what happened after they got separated from the women. Ask them about the leaders in general. Have they overheard any of the leaders or sort of cultists talking about specific plans? We killed the one leader, so I'm specifically interested in the guy that left.
Okay. So the man that you killed, so they all start talking at once, and eventually you have to, tell them all shut up, and get each one to, reveal something different, so to speak. So you learned that the leader that you killed, his name was Samson. He was one of the best way that can describe it, one of the top commanders or lieutenants for somebody who everybody seems to call him he who shall not be named. So nobody, there's no name for them. There's nothing that you learned as to who's in charge of all this. They've been taken from a variety of settlements in and around this area, including especially when you point to the guys in the jumpsuits from Mew Mew Mew. The vulture guards that were protecting the Mew 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 betrayed them and actually disabled some of the defense systems that allowed the crazies to get inside. Why they did that, they're not sure. The man that left, his name is Abel. And he is the leader of the he's the commander of the vultures. There are, unfortunately, from what you're able to determine from collecting stories, there appear to be two groups of vultures out there. Those that still follow the military tradition and conditioning that that ancestors did, and still remain loyal to continuation of the United States of America, the old ancient empire that ruled this land, and then there's the mercenary group that's running amok right now. You have no way of identifying one group over the other, unfortunately. They don't have any. These guys do.
Well, I feel do we feel like Abel and the Crazies are the military or the mercenary group?
Vultures.
The Crazies are a third group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we saw the vulture logo on the rigs that they were riding away on. So wouldn't that mean that they might be interrelated?
You don't know for certain.
Got it.
But that possibility could be yes.
Okay.
So the Crazies themselves are a third group. From what you've gathered, they originated farther south from here. What they describe as metal soldiers have been fighting them constantly, trying to keep them from spreading. They are obviously, since these people have been captured, they're not they're doing the best they can. The metal soldiers. You realize it's probably the cog troopers that you've heard about. The nameless leader of the crazies has been sending people farther and farther out to, flush out his army. There's something in the food that they have abundant amount of that is enough to make them their mindless slave, or sorry, a compliant individual. I won't say mindless slave is wrong. So, Cable and the Crazy sounds like a band name. Yeah, it could be. You learn that Abel is taking the cut a deal with the crazies, get the smart ones. From what you can tell from talking with the Mew 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 survivors, the men that were taken were the best of the technical staff of the science and medical personnel that were trained limited gene pool in the Mew 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 complex. The two other guys that were taken were filled with mechanical repairs.
So they're trying to improve something and need the science.
Correct.
And then they're potentially trying to build something and need the mechanics. Okay.
The rest of them here, if they were passed over, and you look at them, and one guy's like scratching his ear, scratching his ass. He's they obviously this wasn't the best and the brightest that they left behind, but for Samson, that would be perfect for cannon fodder. So, and that's probably the stew pot that's sitting there bubbling away over the fire is probably what the end result was going to be at that point in time, to grow his army. So you managed to put between this fight and the others, realize you managed to put a pretty good crimp into whatever effect is the nameless leader is going to have in this area.
Yeah, but they're not going to be happy about it, which is fine.
Yeah, hey, that's that. We'll have to
We'll just have to kill them.
Hey,
Yeah.
If they're going to be cannibals, that's a way of life that others will take exception to.
Looking around, they do show you where the vultures were encamped. Sam, oh, you have science too, right? Sorry, anybody with science, make me an intelligence science roll.
A intelligence science.
Yes, please.
I think I'm the only one who took that perk.
So, Sam, looking around in the area that the vulture camp was, you see that there was multiple vehicles. You can see that there are tires left behind. Most of them have shown, wear and tear, blowouts, sidewall blowouts. The actual metal, mesh is actually sticking in some spots. There's oil on the ground, which would explain why the smoke, it was burning oil. There's some sort of canisters with a fuel derivative in it. Not exactly sure what it is. You also see a crate with the rocket logo on the side.
Of course, they're involved, or they raided a convoy from them. Fun.
And find a wow. Find a toolbox full of parts. You realize it's parts for a motor of some sort. Not sure what. Yeah, and you've never seen a working vehicle before, so you're not sure what you're looking for.
I've seen a generator. I mean, what's the difference between taking the output for a generator and doing some things and making it make cargo room?
Okay, no, that's fair. So yeah, you see it looks like it's designed to provide a boost or performance to an engine, to a motor.
So, what, like a supercharger?
Okay, yeah, we can call it that.
So, engine parts.
So, what other questions, Miss Gray, do you have for them?
So how many people did we just find?
20.
So it was 20 men that we rescued too?
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Do they all appear to be mobile and able-bodied? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the water doesn't seem to be tainted, so they're passing out the water. Everybody seems a little leery about taking any of the food that seems to be there, especially anything that was being used in the stew pots. But beyond that, they're a little bit battered and beaten, but
Okay.
they're able to be they're mobile.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, do we let these 20 men, the 3 women we rescued, and the girls, do we send them back on their own? But Samson's out there.
Well, Samson's dead. Samson was the.
Abel is out there.
Abel's out there. Yes.
Okay, Abel's the one that's out there.
Sure.
Can we tell what direction Abel went?
North by northeast.
North by northeast.
So that would let's see. Let's go to the maps.
And sending these folks with the girls back. I'm hoping it's the other direction.
So he would be heading this general direction.
Okay.
Which, if we jump to the other map, I'm listening.
And the girls, who was it Becca that was looking for Phoebe and Teresa?
Yes.
Daughters of the overseers.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
If we send the 20 men, the women we rescued, and the girls, are they headed the opposite direction? I just don't want to send them the same direction as Abel, obviously.
You're not exactly so the location that you were provided from talking with the artificial intelligence that's at the complex is unknown to the group right now. You would have to search for that location. That's where the girls were to be given safe sanctuary with. The others may or may not be welcome. You don't know that. We can. That's a good possibility. But right now, based upon the map that I switched over to, Abel is probably going. If he continues in the passage in the way that he's traveling, he's probably going to the campus.
Yeah, this just makes us a group of like 30 people. It's really difficult.
Right.
Yeah. Getting anywhere is going to be fun.
So, if you stretch the food, if you stretch the food based upon that, it'll probably take you 3 days with them and reduce your food by a third, remaining that you have left, that you can make it to the powder monks and leave them there.
Okay.
Rather than, pulling a Moses and wandering the desert to find.
Right.
We
Yeah.
can't take them to the COG facility.
The COG facility is a radioactive hole in the ground. Remember?
No, the main COG facility that they gave us the coordinates for.
They gave the main. Well, sorry. They told they gave you, and I'll switch back over to map. They gave you a generalized location,
So we don't know the exact coordinates.
which is, and I'm going to scroll the map over, somewhere in that general area.
What?
Yeah, where you guys were. It could be any of the spots that everybody just pulsed. So any of those areas is a possible location. That's the problem. The
Possible location of.
the hidden, which is why it's a possible location. The hidden COG facility.
Okay.
So
But getting
you can
Phoebe
take
and
them-
Teresa back
correct.
to the possible hidden COG facility.
Correct.
Maybe Teresa and the other COG survivors, yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we don't.
We
Do
could leave them with the
we-
powder monks. That could be a fulfilling life
Yeah,
for them, right?
Slightly the wrong direction, though, right?
It very much the wrong direction.
Powder Monk says northeast, and we know that it's generally west.
Yeah.
But we need to go after Abel, but we can't go after Abel as a group of 30.
No. Which direction was Abel heading?
Northeast.
Okay, so yeah, general direction of the campus.
Yeah.
Campus. Correct.
How long?
Which reinforces the idea that the vultures, Abel, and the campus are all intertwined.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards taking this group and finding that COG facility to the west. Maybe we can pick up more supplies, and then we go after Abel at campus.
Yeah.
So if
What does
you
everybody else think?
I think that's probably the best course of action. We just have too many mouths right now.
It's
So, scouring Addyville, you're not
Woohoo.
able to come across any additional supplies. You're able to come across clean water, so you do have a steady source of clean water There are spots where small streams from the rain and everything have run through, and they're pooling in. Looks like large pits that have tiles laid within them. So you're able to salvage water from there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If we can find a couple jerry cans that haven't had fuel saved in them for the past 200 years, fill those as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find a variety of different containers to refill, and so food is going to be a bit of an issue, but given enough time, they should be able to pick some stuff from the areas around. Again, this is the accelerated spring that you guys are experiencing right now. So the land is green where it is green, more so than the other areas.
So we won't have to worry about feeding them Brahmin or C2. Got it.
No, yeah. So they're okay. You have two choices, at least based upon what you're saying right now. You can keep everybody here in Addyville. There are some buildings which are better shape, I guess would be the right term, that you can move everybody into, or you can take them up to the barn area where you rescued the women from. Days travel where you're at, and then leaving the women behind. If you leave them with the firearms that you have, begin the journey to the west to try to figure out where you're going, what you're roll the dice, so to speak.
I thought we were taking the women, the men, and the girls west.
Right, but you don't have the food to be able to.
Oh, okay. We'll leave it to the group. So the women are familiar with the other location. Obviously, we see the current location. We can just ask them. Do you guys want to stay here? You want to go to the other location? We'll share with them the plan. We need to get Phoebe and Teresa back.
And the other COG survivors.
Yeah, to a location west of here. We don't know the exact location. So it'll be a travel.
Yeah, she gives the help. Yeah, once the group gets back together, she gave the helmet and the radio back to Miss Gray. No, I didn't say you guys brought it up, but I just
I assume she came back.
Okay. So let's see. Oh, okay, so I can do it. Cool. Okay, so you choose to, so you bring it up to them, letting the three women make the decision. They have better access or more access to water here, so they'll hold up here. They would ask that they could hold on to the weapons, the firearms that you gave them.
Yep.
They also, the men can, gather up weapons from the others, the bodies that are there. So it's not like they can't have armor and weapons, based upon the fight. And sorry, you guys were, again, as you guys were going through the bodies and everything, when you got to here, part of the reason why they weren't coming out is the area is just scattered with bodies. You saw the handiwork of Saval and Sam, that they were raining death from a distance in this area. So there's a brute missing like the lower part of his jaw, and his throat's been torn out from a heavy caliber round. from Hecate. There are
If only one had
individuals who.
If only I had a camera, I could take some pictures of my best work. No. The boys don't have that.
No, camera would be a separate. Yeah, you start working on that. You got the science.
Give me a workshop and get Snake to stop breaking things. Oh dear.
Oh, I saw what you did there. You don't know how long you're going to be. And that's a question they ask you because you got to find that location. None of them know, and you talk to the Mew 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 representatives or the survivors, and none of them know of any any other COG facility in the area. They've been isolated. I'm sorry, they know of the Air Force Base, which is the completely opposite direction. That's like northwest of here, above Germantown, off the map, going the other way, closer to St. Louis. They're not they're not sure what is in this area here at all. They're willing to take the chance. They'll hold up here. Figure 2 weeks. You can probably scavenge the area and like a swarm of locusts, pick everything clean. You guys got 2 weeks to try to find anything before things will get desperate for these guys here. Unfortunately, that will also make it desperate for you guys because you only had 30 days worth of food. So we're down to, and give me a minute, folks.
We won't die in some firefight. We'll all just starve to death.
Sounds fun.
My notes had us closer to 38 days of food. I think at some point we found more rations. Yeah. Right, the red rat. Although that might be spoiled by this point.
Right now, you have and adjust it by whatever extra you have, but from the food that you got from the merchant in Oakville, you have 16 days worth of food.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
So
at some point we way got it off.
So let's assume that any excess food that you guys have was utilized to right now, either from with the extra group or giving these people at least something to have. So the group, the group currently has 16 days of rolls based upon what's left.
Got it.
Water, you're stocked full. You have more water than what you can do with it. You're emptying several of these large ceramic tiled basins that you come across. Yeah. Look, we have a plan, and I have a course of action to.
Yep.
Did I give you guys a name of the other location? The other COG facility?
I don't think you did.
I don't believe I did, but I'm just asking.
No, I'm looking through my notes right now.
I don't have anything written down, but doesn't mean that I didn't say anything to you guys. Okay, so I will make that happen. Okay.
I know we have Scott Air Force Base, but yeah.
Okay. Update the map. No, I'm actually using. It's a map that gives me the neighborhood maps of St. Louis, and from there, just go out. I found Oakallville, and I go along, and I figure out where I am. So I'm actually been zooming around back and forth, and everything that you guys encounter is a real location in the state of Illinois. So everything else is modified, protect the innocent and the idiots. So, okay. So, I think I have enough to make me dangerous. We will we'll begin traveling to look for the hidden cog base. We have 2 weeks for all intents and purposes. Find it. Go from there. I think this is a good point to stop. Bring tonight's to a conclusion.
When's our next session?
The next session should be next Saturday.
Awesome.
I am down to only one Wings game remaining that's on Saturday, but that's mid-April. Tell you.
Woot.
Schedule, there we go. April 12th. Last home game of the season. We'll be around for Saturdays after that.
This episode of As the Wasteland Burns was brought to you by Galaxy News Radio and our sponsors at Vaultec. Better living underground.
Now with butt plugs.